Greetings and welcome to Sanctuary. Today I want to talk about the Lightning Storm build. I did a video a couple of days ago about my Lightning Storm build, which was working perfectly fine early game. It is working incredibly good mid game to mid-late game. However, now if I'm trying to use this basically built in World Tier 4, I am getting absolutely destroyed. And the reason for that is not the fact that my armors and gears are not really that great. Even my weapon sucks. I recently obtained it, however it has horrible stats for my current build. I don't require overpowered damage, I don't require basic skill damage. So in a way I need to respect and get, or at least get a better weapon with better stats. However, that's the best I got so far. I'm trying to survive in World Tier 4 with this particular build, being 10 levels below the requirement. And it's not really working good for me. I'm getting, once again, destroyed at level 63. If I go out, the monsters are level 73, so it doesn't really work for me. And let me tell you why. It is not the fact that, once again, I'm taking a lot of damage due to the fact that I'm under-leveled with not really good gear. It's not the fact that I don't deal that much damage. Let's say I'm dealing just decent damage. The problem I have is CC. This build doesn't have almost any answer to CC. The only answer I have is the Bulwark. Once I use the Bulwark for the next couple of seconds, I cannot do anything. If I get stunned again, I die. And the other basically answer I have for CC is this particular bubble. Now, another thing that you have to take into consideration for World Tier 4 is that, unlike World Tier 3, the number of elites you're going to meet is huge. There will be cases where 4, 5 or 6 elites will be constantly charging at you, trying to destroy you, which is pretty bad for you, especially if you're under-leveled, and especially if you're using this current build or any build. Let's face it, any build that requires Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm wants you to stand at one place, to stand still and charge the lightning at them, to throw lightning at them, whatever. And this is extremely bad if you're surrounded by 6 or 7 elites that are constantly charging at you, stunning you, freezing you, placing blazing novas at you, stuff like this, poisoning you, you name it. So you have to really position well, know your character well in order to perform even decently well at World Tier 4 with any build that relies on Lightning Storm. Of course, this is what I think is going to happen. Again, I am still under leveled, so I cannot say 100% that is going to be the case. But I just hope that when I get to 70, oh my god, when I get to 70, things are going to get better. I just hope. So from this point I have two options. Option number 1, to try somehow to get to, oh my god, look at these elites. So option number 1 is somehow to try to get to World Tier 4, sorry, not to World Tier 4, but to level 70 by using this build and being absolutely destroyed by elites that are constantly stunning me, stuff like this. And option number 2 is just to transform my Lightning Storm build into a Big Mama Bear build. You know, Big Mama Bear build has one insane, let's say that way, one insane advantage over the current build, and this is the fact that you are constantly unstoppable while the Grizzly is active, and that is huge. This is absolutely huge. Once again, with this particular build, Hurricane will generate spirit if you are next to them, and if you're next to them, this is what happens. You cannot stay alive even for 2 seconds. Again, even if you agree that I'm underleveled, if I raise up and get to, let's say 70, 75, I will still have the problem that they're going to CC me to hell. I won't be able to break from this CC, which means that the only way I can possibly survive is to make sure that I have some kind of a godly positioning and anticipation skill, which I don't have. So I am in a bit of a dilemma when it comes to this particular build, whether it will work late game. This is all I wanted to say for now. Please let me know, by the way, in the comment section whether you have tested it late game and whether it works for you. And if it does, what did you do so that it actually can start working for you? Because for me, I have my doubts. I have my doubts whether I'll be able to be really dominant with this build late game, even once again, even if I get the correct gear and the correct level, because of the CC. That's the biggest problem. I'm constantly getting CC and I cannot do anything about it. I literally cannot, because this build doesn't have any movement. And at the same time, it requires you to stand still and just charge the lightning or whatever. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Once again, please let me know whether you reached endgame with this build, or any build that relies on lightning storm, and what do you use in order to stay alive. I'm just curious. So yeah, this is going to be all for me today. See you next time. Take care.
Perfect. Perfect.